I'm on both. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm live on Instagram and also TikTok. And I don't know why this filter is on me on TikTok. I cannot get it off. I don't know what happened, y'all. Anyways, hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. And we are back with another Bolder, Better, Wilder Tuesday, you guys. It says swipe in real life time. Hey. I don't know nothing about this. Y'all, I'm new to TikTok live, going live. I just decided to go live and do TikTok and Instagram at the same time. I know that there are some people, clients who wanted me to do TikTok as well. So I'm trying to do them both. So bear with me. I love y'all. And yeah, that's where we're at. But I wanted to come on live. You guys know Tuesday is my day. It's the day that I come on live. It's the day that I do my thing. It's the day that I like to share what's going on in my life. It's the day that I talk about my book, Bolder, Better, Wilder. Listen, we're sharing today. I'm talking about it. I can't wait. This is very interesting, you guys. Bear with me while I go in between the two screens. But listen, I'm Brittany Wilder. If you do not know of me, I am a abundant life and NLP coach. So I'm a master abundant life and NLP coach. And I help women who want to live true fulfilled lives. I help them reframe their minds. I help them accept their purpose. And I also have so many people. I have so many things going on. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, TikTok. I'm learning. Bear with me. Bear with your girl. I'm learning TikTok. I have all these different people doing different things. I don't know what that means. So I'm gonna, and I don't have my glasses on. That's the other thing. That's really the problem, y'all. I don't got my glasses on. I try to be cute tonight. So anybody that knows me knows that I, help women. And I don't remember where I was at in my step, but I help women. That's what I do. Women who are usually in the age of 30 all the way up. So that is what I do with my life. That is my life's purpose. And I help women, manifest their dream lives. Ultimately, that's what I do. So without further ado, I'm going to invite some people, some of my friends on, because I know that this is a few people's favorite chapter, y'all. We're on chapter 9 in my book. My book has 14 chapters. And we are on chapter 9. We're almost at the end of my book, which has been amazing. These last few weeks, we have gone deep. We have hit all kinds of different places. We have done all the things, right? So guys, and also share this with, my friends, because I know that this is one of their chapters that they're like, listen, when you do chapter 9, let me know. So I thought I would go ahead and do that. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody on TikTok. Hey, y'all. Thank you for coming in. Definitely share this. It's about soul ties. Soul ties. That's what chapter 9 is about. It's about soul ties, which is really huge for us. Hey, look. Ooh, I'm sharing something. I don't know what just happened. What does that mean? What does that? Hi. How'd you get in here? Hey, Brent, you're on my live. Like me and you are together. You want to X out? Sorry, y'all. One of my sorors hopped up in here. Hey, girl, you got something to say? Go ahead and say it. Well, listen, you guys, I'm going to read an excerpt from my book, Bolder, Better, Wilder, A Guide to Your Most Courageous. Hey, Matt. I see Matt. I see Kays is in here. Hey, y'all. Hey, come on in. We're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and read an excerpt from my book really quick. And y'all, I am blind as a bat. So excuse me while I put my glasses on. Pretty girls wear glasses. Hello. Amen. Hallelujah. And I'm going to read just one part of my book. Okay. Whew, this is chapter 9, y'all. Chapter 9. I can't believe we're here already. What did I say I was going to read? Okay. For about a month, we'd spent the majority of a month spending each night with each other. Mason was my escape from reality. Everywhere I turned around, it was nothing but work at this particular time. I was working at school, working in trauma therapy, working with having to co-parent with my ex, and working and helping my daughter adjust. It was all work. When I was with Mason, we laughed, we smoked, and we smiled at each other all day. We had fun, and I needed it so badly. This man made me feel so special and sexy. We'd be conversing and he'd make me laugh and followed it up with a compliment in my pretty ass smile. I was like a fucking teenage girl around him, and he knew it. He knew he had me falling for him. I was in deep with this man in just a few months. Then I felt like he played me like a fiddle. It was almost like he knew once he pulled back that I would come back full throttle. And that's exactly what I did. After he told me we could keep everything in a friend zone, I came over a few days later after our friend zone conversation and we had sex. He'd tell me things he always wanted and his fantasies, like to have a woman come over with nothing but a robe on, and I'd do it all. I wanted to be his fantasy. I wanted to please him in any way I could. I wanted him all to myself, and I found myself fully leaning into him. I just knew we were going to be official soon. In my mind, this man was already mine. I started to map out a whole future in my head. And this is even after the fact that one day while I was at the house, God said, Britt, this man is not yours. I couldn't have been more wrong. A few weeks after we had been having sex consistently and spending the night with each other, he started acting weird after hearing me talk about going through my divorce. He claimed I never told him I wasn't officially divorced and that it was an issue of respect and principality. I want to be completely honest here. From the beginning of my dating history after my separation, I made it a point to tell every single man I got involved with that I was going through a divorce. And although Mason claimed I never told him, I feel like I did. Now, maybe it wasn't right out said that I was still a married woman, but it was something to the tune of going through hell as I attempted to divorce my toxic ex. You guys, I want to stop there. Um, Britt's laughing. Listen, because you jumped in the live. Go ahead, girl. You got something to say. You got something to say. Go ahead. Hi, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. I see Genesis. I see Andita. Hey, y'all. Welcome. So listen, this is about soul ties, you guys. So I read an excerpt out of my book, chapter 9. Chapter 9, actually, the title of chapter 9 is We Were the Same. He was familiar. He felt like home. He felt like home. He felt familiar to me. Um, and this is about the gentleman who I started dating after my marriage ended. You guys, I had a toxic marriage. Those of you who have been following me for a while, I'm very open and honest about my story when it comes down to being a divorcee. Very open and honest about everything that I went through, about all the toxicity that was going on, about the mental illness, about all the different things that was involved in my marriage and why my marriage fell apart. Am I supposed to be going back and forth, y'all? I just keep feeling like I'm like, hey, what's up, Instagram? Hey, what's up, TikTok? I'm gonna get it together. I promise you, and I'm gonna have it down. But anyways, in the process of going through my divorce and all the above, when I first separated, about 8 months after separation, when I knew for sure I was going to divorce my husband, like that was a sure fact that I was going to divorce my husband, and I knew. And so in that process, I was like, I feel healed. I feel ready. You know, there's people who are trying to date me and talk to me. Why not? Right? 8 months after, being separated and not fully divorced, but going through the divorce, going through the process of talking about what does our parenting plan look like? What does this look like for our daughter so that we can make sure that it was together? And I started dating a gentleman who was my fraternity brother. And automatically, I'm a Zeta, so he was a Sigma, right? So I started dating him. He was the total opposite of my ex-husband. Total opposite. Very manly man, very hands-on, good with his hands, handsome, intelligent, could speak very well, a very good speaker, somebody that I could talk about anything with, right? That was him. I could talk about anything with him, right? And I talk in this chapter about how I fell so deep, you guys, because we could talk about God together, right? Like that was it. Like it was like I could talk to him about God, and anybody that knows me, I'm very spiritual. I'm very in tune. I'm very much so in alignment with God, very much so in alignment with spirit. And if you can talk to me about God and carry a conversation and it's not superficial, like God is good, that's it. But like you're like, no, there was this one time in my life when da 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 da, I had to dodge this and life got real for me. Like if you can have a conversation with me like that in a real setting, and we can keep talking and it can be an intellectual conversation, you almost got me. Like that's something that's very important to me. That's something that because God comes out of me in everything that I do. I mean, when I walk in the room, I shine, and I know it's nothing but God within me that's shining out of me. I can't help but talk about how God has been so good to me, how I've traveled through all these different things and made it through simply because God was on my side, right? So it's like when you know that that's who I am at my core, well, then I get out here and I start to date and I start to attract people, and I attract somebody who's very similar to me in that sense as a man. And so that's why I allowed, hey girl, look, I see Donisha. Hey girl, I just seen you come in. I started to attract a man who was like me, very similar to me. And I say that he felt like home, you guys, because he did. We both had childhood trauma. We both went through some crazy stuff in time. Anybody who is into numbers, my numbers people, I don't know if there's anybody in here that's into numbers. Listen, if you're into numbers, hey H2O, hey Michael D Knight, anybody who's into numbers, my life path number is 11, right? I'm a master life path number, which means that I am an influencer. So that means that I go through a lot more shit than other people. Let's just call it what it is. Being honest, must be a Capricorn thing. Yes, that's it, sis. Capricorn's in the building, my good sis. Yeah, so I'm an 11, right? So I'm a master life path number. If you guys know anything about numerology, anything, I love numerology. It's big. It's shown me in so many different ways how things just are in alignment and things match up and add up, and it just makes total sense. Well, he was a life path number 22, right? Anybody who knows anything about numbers, life path numbers, 11 is real, right? Like 11s, I feel for y'all because we go through a lot of shit, and people be like, oh my God, I can't believe you went through that. Oh my God, I can't believe you're going through that. And you're going through this and you're going through that. And it's like we go through a lot of stuff, but we're influencers. So people gain the strength to go through what they go through based off of what we go through, right? That's kind of my life path, my life purpose, which is why I am a coach, which makes sense as to why I'm a master abundant life coach, right? Because I naturally am an influencer. So when I go through things, I share light to other people, and I show them like, oh yeah, you can get through it. I encourage people naturally because of who I am. And so he was a life path number 22. And anybody that knows anything about master number life path numbers, 11s, 22s, and 33s, we go through hell. So he went through all kinds of hell as well. And I felt totally connected to him because I'm like, your hell and my hell, and we can come together and make heaven. Right? That's what I thought automatically, right? And so here's the thing about soul ties, you guys. Soul ties. They're rough when you create them, right? When you create a soul tie with somebody, right? And we know what soul ties are, right? They're a bunch of different ways we can explain it. But this type of soul tie that I'm talking about is a sexual soul tie. It's a soul tie that you're making with a lover. It's having sex, right? That's the soul tie I'm talking about right now, right? And so I created a soul tie with this man. And this is the man that I, chose to date after I came out of my divorce. And so when you are coming out of a divorce and you are separated and you think you've healed, you think, right? Because you're feeling better. Oh, I'm getting myself back. I'm losing weight. I'm feeling my skin is starting to shine a little bit, right? Any divorcees out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. You're starting to feel like, oh, I can date again. I feel like myself again. Yeah, let's do this. I'm over the tragic scene of crying every single fucking day, right? Because if you've been through a divorce, you cry often. If it was a painful divorce, if it was a toxic divorce, whatever it is, you're crying often. So after you come out of the place where you're like, I got my smile back a little bit, I feel like I want to date. I feel like I want to share my life with somebody else. And that's exactly where I was when I met this gentleman. Created a soul tie, had sex way before I was supposed to, right? Out the gate, without knowing if he had a buy-in, without knowing if he cared about me completely. Like, heard him say things like, oh, you know how I feel about you and this and that. Didn't know if that was exactly how it was, but hey y'all, hey Marissa, hey Eddie, hey y'all. Didn't know if that was it for sure, right? We're talking soul ties, you guys. And in the process of all the above, once we, started having sex and things were cool and all the above, well, we get to this place where we start talking about, how I'm not fully divorced at the time, and he backed all the way out. But instead of like telling me, nah, I'm good, this and that, it was kind of like he strung me along. Almost like he wanted to save face, like he wanted to even save my feelings a little bit. I felt like even maybe he wanted to save my feelings a little bit when it came down to that, when it came down to the soul tie that we created together. And it was terrible. the first time. But like I was saying before, when you create a soul tie, y'all, the first time with somebody and then it doesn't work out and it falls apart, but then you double the fuck back. Woo! That's when things really start to get terrible. Hey Jolie, hey you guys. I created a soul tie once, you guys. Started to heal from it a whole year later. He comes back around a whole year later. I had gotten the full divorce, right? Because that was the reason why we didn't work out the first time, was because I apparently wasn't honest about my divorce, even though I really felt like I was, right? But I came back around and spent the block, right? Because this man was, I felt like he was everything, right? I felt like he was everything. I felt like he was everything that my husband was not. And I want to talk really quickly about how when we are hurt, when somebody has hurt you and done you wrong and you feel raw and it's the hurt and the pain is exposed, right? When you're in that state, right? Well, if you go out there and search for something else, you're going to go for something that looks the furthest like whoever the hell it was that hurt you, right? So it's like you go out there and you search for somebody that's totally not like your ex because they broke your heart, stepped on it, A-Town stomped it, C-walked on it. You know what I'm saying? So you're out there trying to look for something that looks nothing like the person who you once were with. And that can be really traumatizing because you get excited about this person who is nothing, that looks nothing like the person who you're with, but you don't even think about who this person is, what their heart really is, what their true intentions are. You're just so happy that they're not like your ex because you were so hurt by your ex. You're just so happy that they not like your fucking ex that you jump right in. You don't even think about anything else. You're just like, ooh, well, I done found me a good one. Wait, he got a good paying job. He's a businessman. He owns his own business. He got a good credit score. Baby, he take care of me, take me out, buy me whatever I want, buy me gifts, buy me flowers. This man was doing all the above, you guys. All the above. And here's the thing. He wouldn't have had to do that much because my ex-husband, he wasn't, it wasn't giving. If I can just say that, to say the least. Long story short, it wasn't giving. Hey y'all, hey TikTok, hey y'all, hey Instagram, hey everybody. And so it wouldn't have been hard for him to look like the knight in shining armor because he didn't have to do much because of the simple fact that my ex-husband wasn't doing enough at all, wasn't doing just even a little bit of what a man should do or what I feel a man should do in a relationship. So it wasn't hard. So I fell deeply for this guy, y'all. I mean, I was in love. I just knew this man was mine, y'all. When I say I knew this man was mine, I'm crazy too. And my friends are like, oh, you like him? Oh, okay. I wasn't even picking up the signs from my friends. My friends were kind of like, I don't know, Britt. You know, it's kind of like they was giving it to me like that, but they was like, I don't want to break her heart though. She thinks that she done found the man that she is madly in love with, right? I thought that I found the man that was it. So I'm just like, oh my God. So wrapped up in him, y'all. Because that's that soul tie, right? You want to, my soul tie and my abandonment issues and my codependency made me want to live in this man's skin. I'm talking about, what you doing? Where you at? Where you? And it was like, he was on board with it, y'all. So it was like, I would call him, he'd call me. We'd be texting all day. It was amazing. It was everything. So I'm like, oh my God, he's giving me exactly what I'm receiving. You know, like we're both giving each other this energy. We both are excited to see each other. We both want to be around each other all day. This is my man, right? Until it ain't. Until it ain't. I know I'm talking to somebody about this, you guys. This was my very first, I would say, relationship. You know, like we were together. We were together for, almost 4 months, consistently seeing each other, consistently dating, consistently laid up with each other, calling it what it was, doing all the things that people do in a relationship, except for calling it a relationship. Hello, somebody. And that can get you in so much trouble. That can get you in so much trouble when you are giving somebody who has not found a buy-in for you. And I speak this to my clients a lot. It's like, you don't even know if this person has a buy-in for you, but you want to give this person everything. You want to give this person all this access to you. You want to be up under this person all the time. You want to cook for this person. And there's nothing wrong with that, but know that if that person hasn't shown you a buy-in, or if that person hasn't showed you that they care about you, or that person hasn't given you what you've given them emotionally, then it's going to fall apart. It's going to fall apart. And the way that it's going to fall apart is going to be at your expense. You're going to be the one that's going to be hurt because you're the one that you got the buy-in. You know that this is the person that you want to be with. You know that this is it. You're like, oh, I'm on board. This is who I want to be with. This is it for me. This is the one. Even though y'all caught what I said in my chapter, God told me specifically, Britt, this is not your man. What? Y'all, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. When you are going through something, when you are going through something, you have not fully healed from a divorce or relationship, and you jump back out there to try to date somebody, and you're not fully healed. Well, you're not even opening your ears. Hey, Carrie, you're not even opening your ears and your heart to the things that God is telling you. God flat out said, listen, I went to the bathroom. I love telling this story, you guys. I was having a good night. I was with this man. We was listening to music. We dancing, drinking, having a good, just kicking back, vibing. He was my vibe, right? He was my vibe. He was my, when I say he was my escape away from work, because every fucking thing in my life was work. It's work. The way that you have to come up out of a divorce is by doing your work. The right way to come up out of a divorce, let me say that, out of a relationship, out of toxicity, is by doing your work. So everything was work. Everything. I'm over here working on how to get my daughter to stop crying every time her and her daddy are apart. I'm working on trying to figure out what life is like being a single woman again. I'm over here trying to work on the trauma that I had inflicted on me the last 30 days that me and my ex lived together. I'm over here trying to figure it all out. I'm literally over here trying to figure it all out. What is life? This is work. I'm over here doing trauma therapy to figure out why I even attracted a man that put me through so much toxicity and so much trauma. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but man, when you come up out of that relationship, when you come up out of that divorce, when you come up out of whatever it is, whatever that toxicity is, situationship, it might even be your friendships that are toxic. I'm speaking to somebody. When you got to come up out of that, you got to do the work. And that's what I was doing. And so doing so much work, so much all the time, I was just like, I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun. I just want to laugh. I just want to have somebody that's into me, that likes me, that tell me my booty look good, that tell me I look good when I put on this outfit. Like, that's what I ran toward, you guys. And that's what got me caught the fuck up, was that I was doing so much work, and I was just like, I need a break from all this work. So this is my escape. This is my escape. This man is my escape. And ooh, it was such a fun escape. We had so much fun together. So much fun together. Created that soul tie and struggled. And then we fell off. And then we came back around a year later. And it was great again, y'all. It was great again until it got to that. It was almost like that 4 or 5 month mark, right? When things are starting to get serious and you're really like, okay, are we going to be a relationship, right? But there are some things that I learned in the process of that about myself. I learned a lot about my attachment style. I don't know if you guys know anything about attachment styles. We all have them. They're the way that we build relationships with one another. Our attachment style. They're the way that we build relationships and build friendships, and the way that we attach to people. And a lot of our attachment styles come from a childhood, how our childhood was, how we were loved on in childhood, how maybe we weren't, how we got the things that we needed, the necessities, the emotional support, the literally the emotional support, the love, how if we were abandoned, we have a different type of, attachment style. And anybody who knows anything about attachment style, and I say had because I've done a lot of work to work on my attachment style. I had an anxious attachment style, which means that in order for me, and this was me, before I did my healing, before I did my work, in order for me to feel connected, in order for me to feel like I am somebody that's important to you, like you care about me, like you want to be with me, I needed reassurance. I needed so much reassurance in so many different ways. I needed it. I needed it so much right? And so that would cause me to want to be up under you all day, want to be around you, want to talk to you on the phone, want to text you. And I know I'm talking to somebody who has an anxious attachment style, because a lot of the people who have anxious attachment styles are people like me who have those big, beautiful hearts that love love. We love love. We love being in a relationship. We love being around people. We love when we found our person and we zone right into them, right? But here's the thing about anxious attachment styles, right? We're so anxious that we need somebody to reassure us that they like us, that they love us, that they want to be around us, that they value us, right? One thing about those anxious attachment styles is that we attract almost 95% of the time. I'm gonna say 95% of the time because maybe every once in a while you get lucky and you attract somebody that's kind of like you, and you guys can just reassure each other back and forth. And oh, I love you, but I love you more, but I love you more. No, you get off the phone. No, you get off the phone. No, you, right? You might run into one of those, right? But 95 out of 100%, I would say that you almost always attract somebody who has an abandoned attachment style, right? This is the person who's been abandoned. This is a person who in avoidant attachment style. Y'all got me over here saying the wrong word. Avoidant attachment style, my bad. But technically, this is a person who has been, they may be a person who has struggled with abandonment, right, in their life. Maybe their mom, left them, or maybe they ended up living with grandma because, mom and dad went to jail, or I don't know. There's a bunch of different scenarios. You call it out. They feel like they've been abandoned as a child. Maybe dad left and never came back, and that's making them feel that way, or whatever the case may be. There's a bunch of different scenarios, right? And they feel like they've been abandoned. So they are avoidant when it comes down to emotions. They're avoidant when it comes down to you showing this emotion and showing this love. And the man who I was with has an avoidant attachment style, right? Look at me. Look at me being the following the status quo. Look at me following the statistics, right? Falling right into the statistic without even knowing. Right. And I didn't find out about my attachment style until me and that man stopped dating, and I had to start doing some more healing work. Right. I already had to do the healing work on my divorce, and now I got to heal from a relationship after the divorce. Like, Lord, come on. Give me a break, God. But that's my fault. I jumped back into something thinking that I was very sure about what it was, and I wasn't. Had no idea. And so in the process of being in this soul tie, you guys, because he had an avoidant attachment style and because I had an anxious attachment style, I was like, I love you. I just want to be around you. I just need you. Like, where are you? What are you doing? Like, what are we? So you like me? So you like me? So do you love me? So do you want to be with me? So where are we at? So what is happening? So are we? Right? I was like that. And he was like, at the beginning, like, yeah, you cool. Yeah, I like you. You great. Who knows where it could go? Da-da-da-da. And he's literally like, if I go back and look at text messages, right? Because I did that after everything was done. I went back and I looked at text messages and saw that this man flat out was showing his avoidant attachment style, you guys, like talking about some. And I'm like, I just feel really good about you. You're so different from anybody else I've ever talked to. And I'm just gassing this man up, y'all, just giving him all this anxious attachment style lingo. And I just feel like you just are so sweet and you're blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, I mean, cool. Yeah. I mean, you cool too. Like, yeah, you don't. Like, you all right? Like, it's not like he's like giving me exactly what I'm giving him. He's like, yeah, you cool too. I dig you too. I think you cool. I think you pretty cool. And I'm like, but I love you. And I know it's only been 3 months, but I love you. I don't think you understand. I have chosen you. I want you. You are the one for me, right? That's that damn anxious attachment style, y'all. So I'm talking about, y'all, if you don't do anything else from this live, find out what your attachment style is. I promise you it will save your ass in the dating world. It will save your ass in your relationship. It will save your ass in marriage, even in friendships, y'all. It will. Find out what your attachment style is, okay? Before anything else. Find out if you're anxious, you're avoidant, and then there's those special people who are right smack in the middle who can work with you if you're an anxious attachment style because they're very comfortable with who they are. You know, they've gotten to a place where they feel very comfortable in who they are and what they are and all the above. And if you're an avoidance style, well, they can work with you too. They're smack dab in the middle, right? There's those special people. I call them special people because most of us, a lot of us, the percentage is high, are either anxious or avoidant. And guess what? If you're anxious, you're going to attract the damn avoidant. So what does that cause you to do? Be more damn anxious. Y'all, it is a never ending cycle. I promise you. Is there a text for the attachment style? Yes, it's called Attached. It's called Attached. It's a book. It's called Attached. Ooh, it's by baby. I'm gonna put it in the comments below, you guys. I'll put it in the comments. I'll find the link and put it in there. It's called Attached. And it literally is, they take you through a test. You buy the book, you can get off of Amazon, buy the book, and they go through the test of if your attachment style. You can probably find a test online too. I'm certain you can find it online. Google. I'm certain they have it on Google now, especially since the book has been out for so long that I'm certain they probably have a Google version of it, y'all. So you don't gotta buy the book if you don't want to, but it's a good ass book to buy. It's helped me so much in my healing, in my dating, in my building relationships, forming relationships. It has helped me be in a space where I told you guys I am no longer anxious. It, you either like me or you don't. I am me, baby. Like, that is where we are at. I'm not about to be like, oh my God, I gotta do all this stuff to make them like me. I gotta, baby, it is what it is. I'm very comfortable in who I am now, you know, and it wasn't always like that. Thank you, God, for the healing, for years and years of healing. But it wasn't always like that. But I'm proud to be in that space right now. So yeah, get the book Attached. It has a magnet on it. It's like a red and white magnet. The front of the cover is red and white. Okay, so get the book, you guys, because this man that I was entertaining, that I created a soul tie with, was avoidant. He was an avoidant attachment style, and so it seemed like after 3-4 months of us both times around, because I told you I double back. I spent the block. Why? Because I just thought this was my dude, even when God told me that it wasn't. Isn't that crazy for me to say? But that's what hurt and pain causes you to do. It causes you to turn a blind eye to red flags. It causes you to create these fake ass fairy tale bullshit ass ideas in your mind to make it seem like it was better than what it really was. Because if I really go back where I'm at now in a healed state and I think about all the things that happened and the way that they happened, I'd probably be like, the fuck? No, for real. Like, huh? Now, how did I think that this was going to work out? Interesting. How did I? Hey, Cuzzo, how did I think that this was going to work out when it's very clear? Like I said in the text messages, he's given all this avoidance style. And I'm like, I love you, basically, in oh so many ways. And he's like, yeah, you cool, you straight. We'll see where this thing goes, right? That's very, 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 that's a very popular scapegoat for avoidant attachment styles. And you're like, you're sold on this person, right? Sometimes you're sold, hey y'all, hey, you're sold on this person when it comes down to who you want to be with. And they're like, it's still early. It's up in the air. We don't know. And you're 3-4 months in dating and you're like, it's still up in the air. Somebody told me a long time ago about men, you guys. They know exactly who the hell you are to them at any given time. So this whole, it's up in the air. We'll see where this thing goes. After 3 months of dating me, nah, you playing, bro. You playing. You know exactly where you put me in. You put me in a category of somebody who you like to play with. That's where you put me in. But here I am. Like I said, you guys, I was not in a healed space, which means I shouldn't have had my ass out there dating anyways. Okay? Hear me, and hear me very clear. Don't go out there because you hurt from a last relationship, from a marriage, from whatever, and create this soul tie with somebody. Because I promise you, when you create a soul tie with somebody and you have not fully healed, first off, when you create a soul tie with somebody and you are healed, and that soul tie can fuck up your healing out the gate. Let me just be clear about that one. You done already did all this healing work and all the above, and then you go out here and you think you found somebody that's worthy and all the above, and you create that soul tie, you have sex, you do whatever, enjoy yourself, you're adult, whatever. But then that person drops you like a bad habit, plays with your feelings, pulls an avoidant attachment style on your ass, like, yeah, it's been cool for 4 months, but honestly, I don't think I'm ready for a relationship. But they toyed with you and played with your heart for 4 months. I told y'all, these men will get out here and 8-count stomp, walk, all the damn dances, all the line dances on your heart. All of them. Women too. I'm not going to be biased because I'm a woman. Women and men. There are broken people out here, you guys, that will do all the things to your heart. All the things to your heart. Okay? So we must guard our hearts. And how do we do that? By knowing where we are. Be honest. If you are in a hurt, broken spot, don't get your ass out there. You're going to attract more broken people. You're going to attract more hurt people. You're going to attract. See, my thing when I first started dating, you guys, even though I thought that I was healed, right? I started dating. I waited 8 months after. It was like 8 months after I separated from my husband. And I knew that that's when I knew I wasn't going back, right? Because it was like, this man put me through all kinds of hell, all kinds of crazy bitterness, crazy ass bullshit for 8 months. And I was like, oh yeah, bro, we're done. We could never, ever getting back together. Like for real. Like, no, we're done. Like for real. Once I knew that, I started dating. So I'm out here dating and not quite healed, but healed enough to know that I wanted to date, know that I wasn't going to go back with my ex-husband, right? So I'm out here, all the above. And all I was attracting was people with trust issues because I had trust issues. Because I was open to dating, but I hadn't fully healed the trust issues from being with a man for, almost 8 years who basically lied to me and faked the funk and wasn't honest and genuine when I was being honest and genuine. Wasn't honest and genuine. So I had this deep trust issue and I was attracting men with trust issues. Long and behold, I attract somebody with avoidance style, trust issues, baby, you name it. Childhood trauma that hadn't been resolved. Probably. Probably. All kinds of different things, right? Because I was going out here broken and hurt and traumatized. Let me not forget that. But all of that caused me to want to go and have fun. I wanted to go have fun. What? I'm doing all this damn work and y'all, I'm one of those, anybody who knows me knows Coach Brittany does the work. I'm not going to play with you. I'm not, whether that be wellness, weight loss, baby, whether that be reframing my mind, whether that be getting my heart, my soul right, I'm going to do the work. So it was like I was doing the work, but then I was like, but I want to just have fun. Cause I just have so much work to do. I just have so much cleaning up to do. And some of you guys feel like that. It's like, man, I got so much cleaning up to do from this last relationship. I got so much cleaning up to do from this divorce. I got so much cleaning up to do that I'm exhausted at the end of the day. And all I want to do is get with somebody and kick it. Have somebody wine and dine me, take me out. Fly me out. Right? It's okay. I get it. I get it because I was once there and I understand, but it's a very tricky place to be. And a lot of the times we find ourselves hurt at the end of it. So that's what chapter 9 is about, y'all. If you have not already done so, get my book, Bolder, Better, Wilder, you guys. Bolder, Better, Wilder. It is a guide to your most courageous and fierce life ever. I literally threw myself under the bus in the name of healing. I threw myself under the bus in the name of clients. I threw myself under the bus in the name of other people not having to go through what I went through. Hands down. Promise you. Tell you no lies. I threw myself under the bus. I threw my situations. I threw my toxicity. I threw everything that I was doing that was not right, that I was operating out of when I wasn't healed. I threw that all in a book and I sold it. It's free. When I say free game, I'm talking about free game. I'm talking about everything from my childhood traumas to why I attracted certain people because of what I was going through, to dealing with grief and struggling with that and not fully healing from that and recognizing that, well, if you're grieving something, which is another thing I want to talk about, when you're grieving things, you go out there and all you want to do is be happy, right? That's that. I just want to have fun. I just want to be happy. I just want to be fat. I just want to be happy. I just want to have fun. That's all I want to do. Hey, y'all. Hey, yeah, like you're going through that. So all you want to do is be happy. So you jump right into the thing that makes you happy. And a lot of times that's not the best thing for you. A lot of the times, not all the times, but a lot of times that's not the best thing for you. You just are focused on being happy so much that you are putting aside all these other things just to jump right into happiness. You've been going through so much grief and so much loss and so much of this that you're just like, I just want to be happy. I just want God, I just want to be happy, right? So let me just go ahead and jump into what makes me happy right now for the moment. It's making you happy right now for the moment. But will it make you happy in the long term? Probably not. Probably not, especially if you haven't done the healing work. Nope. But that's what I do. That's what I teach on, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I see Hair by Misha. I'm trying to see y'all. I ain't got my glasses on, y'all. I ain't got my glasses on. I ain't got my glasses on. Just me. Hey, y'all. Thank you guys for joining. That is my live Bolder, Better, Wilder Tuesdays. I am on live every Tuesday just talking about my book, Bolder, Better, Wilder, you guys. Go get the book. Read it. It definitely walks you through that process of healing your heart so that you can get away from being an anxious attachment style, so that you can be happy and whole before going, oh, come on, thumbs up. It always gives me confirmation. Y'all done got a thumbs up over here with my iPhone done did the thumbs up. That just means God is like, yep, you did that, Britt. So anyways, get my book, you guys. If you're not already done so, you guys, September 2nd, we are starting Wilder Wellness Programs. This is a weight loss program. Unlike any other weight loss program, you guys, I lost 92 pounds in a year, and it all happened because I decided to not only get rid of physical weight, but I got rid of spiritual weight. I got rid of emotional weight. I got rid of mental weight. And honestly, when you do the work on the spiritual, the mental, the emotional, the things that are left in there that you got to clean up from that divorce, the relationships, the friendships, the toxic, whatever, the job, the career, the toxicity in whatever capacity, when you do that work, what happens is your weight starts to fly right off of you. And I mean it. It literally falls off you. I'm talking about at this point in my life, you guys, I cannot stop losing weight because I have lost this weight and this weight. I cannot stop losing weight. It just comes off. I work on another thing right here and boom, there goes another 5 pounds. Wow, that was great. That's all I had to do? What? Somebody should have gave me the cheat code a long time ago. Somebody should have, what? All I had to do was heal my heart. All I had to do was heal my mind, reframe my mind, and pounds would just start flying off of me. I've always been a thick girl, y'all. Always been a big girl. Always been, got to be two something to do something, right? Always been, all my life. All my life, I've been a big girl. And I am the smallest I've ever been. And I've been the smallest that I've ever been for a very long time, for the last couple of years, because of what I put in this program. So Wilder Wellness Programs, if you guys are not already signed up, go ahead and go to my bio, go to the link in the bio, go to the comments. I'm going to put it in my comments as soon as I'm done with my live, and sign up, you guys. We start September 2nd after you done drinking your drinks and eating your barbecue on Labor Day, because I know how y'all gonna get. Y'all gonna get real ignorant with it. All kinds of ribs and chicken and hot dogs, hot leeks. Yep, all the drinks. I know y'all gonna get a little ignorant. It's all right. That's why I started my course the day after, September 2nd, right? So you can do the things, feel free. But September 2nd, we're gonna start to talk about eating a little bit better, right? Not solely kicking off everything, but eating better so that you can get to your weight loss goals, okay? All right, y'all. I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'll be back next Tuesday. Okay? All right. Bye, y'all.